a fake. Stacey Keebler's next.
July 11th, 2004, Vengeance 2004 took place at the Hartford Civic Center in Hartford, Connecticut in front of 7,000 people with 413,000 people watching on pay-per-view worldwide, down 200,000 and be the would-be worst until 2011's event. This is a Raw exclusive pay-per-view. In the opening video package we got a very unsettling clip of Chris Benoit as they show off the main event, Chris Benoit vs Triple H. Finally they go one-on-one. The set has a steel V above a pretty cool looking unique set. Match 1, Tajiri and Rhino vs Lance Cade and Jonathan Coachman. Coachman again, and he has made it worse with the Charisma Vacuum Garrison Cade. Jonathan Coachman?
I don't like you. I hate you.
Cade gets misted and gored, then Tajiri kicks Coachman and pins him. This was boring trash. We didn't get the satisfaction of Coachman being humiliated, so this was utterly pointless. No one cares about Cade and his charismaless arse. Not a good pay-per-view opening at all. Rating an E. We see Evolution backstage and they are annoyed at Triple H because he has allowed Eugene into Evolution as an honorary member. Flair is not happy with having to team with Eugene tonight. They've lost Eugene! Oh no! They find Benoit talking to him. Benoit tries to get through to Eugene that Triple H is using him. Will it work? Match 2, Chris Jericho vs Batista. 3 weeks ago Batista knocked out Jericho, then cost him the IC title last week. It was an okay match, it started relatively slow but built better towards the end. Working Batista's leg wasn't built enough to make it interesting or necessary, but we did see an epic Batista spinebuster which looked sweet. Not a standout match, but nothing was bad, and overall it was fine enough. A fine enough package. Batista won with the Batista Bomb despite Jericho's foot being on the ropes. Rating, a C. Back to Evolution backstage with Eugene and Triple H. Triple H gaslights Eugene into thinking Benoit is a liar and not to be trusted. Triple H has more pull as he is Eugene's favourite wrestler. And they have a big surprise for Eugene. His very own Ric Flair robe. He is so happy. Ah, I love Eugene. Match 3, World Tag Team Championship, La Resistance vs Ric Flair and his tag team partner Eugene. Sylvain awfully sings the Canadian national anthem.
Just had a really good idea. Why don't you shut up?
Ric Flair is not happy teaming with Eugene. He plays his character so well, mimicking Ric Flair. Very funny. Eugene's woos and Flair corpses and can't help but smile when he's meant to be angry. Eugene mimics Ric Flair's moves, doing the fake pleading and thumb to the eye, and even busting out the Flair flop. Flair eventually gets the hot tag and is in the bulk of the match. He is on fire before busting out the figure 4 and getting elbowed. Then he plays pseudo face in peril. Eugene gets attacked and goes berserk. He snaps and gets himself DQ'd sadly. He then hits a people's elbow on Rob Conway with a Flair strut. Dumb, but fun little match. Nice and entertaining. Rating, a C+. Match 4. Kane vs Matt Hardy, no disqualification. Oh boy, the drama. So Kane killed Matt Hardy basically because Lita wouldn't say yes to the question, and she finally did say yes, and he impregnated Lita. Of course, Matt did not take the news quite well, at all. And Kane said he wants a child to continue his legacy. The match starts with a brawl on the outside, as a match with this storyline should. Matt Hardy gets thrown into the barricade off the table and sells it quite funny by just like sliding down. Kane dominates and brutalizes Matt for ages, with Matt getting tiny glimmers of hope but getting shut down each time. Then Kane gets his foot caught in the ropes, allowing Matt to get some free shots and then smash him in the head with a ring bell. A huge top rope leg drop to the back of the head connects. But the twist of fate only gets a 2. Chokeslam. Kane gets some steel steps, but a busty bouncy Lita comes to the rescue and makes Kane put them down. Matt takes advantage and beats Kane with a chair shot. Shocking win. Clearly a match in the middle of a feud to continue the story. Pretty fun and a good story overall. Rating, a B-. Lita tries to talk to Matt in the back, but Matt is still pissed and wants Lita to stay away from the ring for the sake of the baby, which could still be his at this point. Match 5. Intercontinental Championship, Randy Orton versus Edge. Edge has been after Evolution for months now and wants to take each one down. Spoiler, he does not. They had a good Raw match where Orton retained. This was a long match, and I mean you felt it was long, 25 plus minutes. Maybe a bit too long, at least 7 to 8 minutes were rest holds, and as a result of the match just didn't flow too well at times. But on the flip side, there was a lot of good things as well, with some impactful moves and back and forth action. Orton hit a supremely beautiful leg drop at one point, and Edge did a great dropkick from Orton's top rope attack. Then the final 2 to 3 minutes or so were incredible, so much fun, lots of drama and kept me on the edge of my seat. Really top-notch closing minutes, which impact the match rating. There is an art to the rest hold, and I think this one was one too many in a row without letting the match flow into them. They had a rematch on Raw, and it was far superior and one of my Raw favourites. I think this match was riding in between that high C+ and low mid B- rating throughout, but the final minutes sealed it, getting a little higher. Rating, a B. Match 6, Victoria versus Molly Holly. The Women's Champion Trish Stratus is injured, so this is a number 1 contenders match. Molly is still wearing a wig, this time a short blonde one. Victoria does her stripping entrance, which is always much appreciated. Surprisingly good match, better than their WrestleMania match to be honest, much better. This match with the post-match at Mania, then you would have a recipe for success. Victoria was on fire here. She busted out a moonsault and a diving plancha. She also sold quite well with her arm. She went for the Widow's Peak, but her arm gave out, and so instead she kicked Molly's head off.
Gave out on her.
Christ on a bike.
Like brutal sounding. Cool finish to a pretty good match. Rating, a B. Main event, World Heavyweight Championship, Chris Benoit versus Triple H.
We are in business.
The first third of this match was well paced, well done and quite fun, with both men taking some good bumps and with lots of hard hitting action. Then in the middle we grinded to a halt for some reason and it started to drag. But then the final third was so good it saved it all. The drama, the action, the bells and whistles all helped to deliver an impactful and gripping match. Eugene was torn on what to do. We got a ref bump, chairs, low blows, all of it. In the end, Eugene accidentally hit Triple H with a chair while fighting with Benoit, and it cost Triple H the match. Triple H was not very happy and Eugene looked very upset. Also, I'd like to note that Benoit punched Eugene in the match. What a bastard. But this was still a fantastic match and worth checking out. Rating, an A-. They actually would have a rematch, an Iron Man match on Raw, which was also a classic. Overall, I'll give this show a B-. It was a pretty good show. Was it amazing or anything? No, but overall, very enjoyable. Match of the night goes to Chris Benoit Triple H, a great main event. Worst match of the night? The opener, Tajiri and Rhino versus Cade and Coachman, abysmal dreck. Moment of the night, I'm going to give it to Eugene's Ric Flair mimicking. It was very entertaining and very funny. And sexy moment of the night goes to Lita's bouncy run. MVP awards, bronze, I'm going to give to Victoria, mainly for that kick at the end, and a pretty good match. She had a great performance. Silver for just being super entertaining, Eugene. And the gold medal goes to Chris Benoit for a great main event performance. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, comment, share and subscribe. I know you'll do none of that, but I'll say it anyways.
Peace out, my brothers.